Let's talk Lucknow again. I am Mehru Jafar. While in Lucknow, Sheikh Ghulam Ali Hamdani Mushafi Sahab had corrected the poetry of many a prince. In the 19th century, Lucknow was the home of many refugees, including the Prince Mirza Suleiman Shikoh. He was the third son of Shah Alam, the Mughal Emperor of Delhi. Fearing for his life in the lawless lanes of Delhi, Suleiman had fled Delhi in 1790 and lived in Lucknow as a guest of the rulers of Awadh till 1828. Suleiman was a poet, and he hosted many poets in his Lucknow home on the bank of the river Gomti. Although a refugee himself, Suleiman maintained a lavish lifestyle and offered patronage to hundreds of poets and artists who came to Lucknow from all over India. Suleiman was an important patron of the arts in Lucknow. Mushafi had found employment at the court of Suleiman, where his job was to correct the very lightweight verses written by the poet Prince. सुलेमान कुछ इस तरह की शायरी करते थे. मुलाजा फरमाइए. औरों की तरह से अब न टालो. सुलेमान साहब लिखते हैं, औरों की तरह से अब न टालो, हमको अपने गले लगा लो. In another couplet, the poet Prince is advising himself to cross over from the path of idol worship to the path of God. He writes, बुत खाने की राह को सुलेमान तुम छोड़ो. बुत खाने की राह को सुलेमान तुम छोड़ो और राह खुदा लो. One day another poet called Insha Allah Khan arrived at the court of Suleiman. Insha was already well known in Delhi. He was a clever poet and he came from Delhi to Lucknow to make a living. Born in Murshidabad in 1752, the flamboyant Insha humored the sad Mughal prince Suleiman to such an extent that he did not like to see Insha out of his sight. Suleiman loved to watch Insha behave like a buffoon. Insha had made funny faces that made Suleiman laugh. Insha's behavior was sometimes gentlemanly and sometimes that of a joker. One day Insha appeared with his beard shaved only on one side of his face. On another day, he had come to court with his head shaved, his beard shaved, and also with no eyebrows. 2 years older to the prince, Insha had impressed the miserable prince with his endless talent for comedy, introducing into Urdu poetry an element of humor. All this while, Urdu poetry had been devoid of laughter. Those looking for sheer entertainment at the gathering of poets were delighted to have Insha in their midst. Insha's presence at court and at public places provided much laughter and comic relief. The dignified Mushafi thought that the younger poet was talented, but he found his behavior a little distasteful. However, every time Mushafi heard Insha recite verses that touched his heart, he would put away his own verse. He would say that what he had just heard Insha recite was so good that nothing else after that could sound better. Here Insha insists in verse that the beloved swear by the holy book that she will come to see him. He wants the beauty to promise and to give her word in the name of the throne of King Solomon. Swear, says Insha, by all creation. Swear by the heavens. Swear by the angel Gabriel and swear by the gatekeeper of paradise, Rizwan, that she will come to see him. मिल मुझसे ए परी तुझे कुरान की कसम, मिल मुझसे ए परी तुझे कुरान की कसम, देता हूँ तुझको तख्त सुलेमान की कसम, कर बयां की तुझको कसम और अर्श की जिब्रील की कसम, तुझे रिजवान की कसम. Insha also wrote how sleep eludes the inspired who feel no need for the comfort of a pillow, as the brick of the Maikhana is their cushion, their pillow. नींद मस्तों को कहाँ और किधर का तकिया, नींद मस्तों को कहाँ और किधर का तकिया, किश्त खुम खाना है या अपने तो सर का तकिया. नींद मस्तों को कहाँ और किधर का तकिया, किश्त खुम खाना है या अपने तो सर का तकिया. Suleiman began to spend more and more time with Insha. He chose Insha to correct his verses. Mushafi's job at Suleiman's court was now reduced, and so was his salary. A rivalry developed between the fans of Mushafi and of Insha. Instead of stepping in to mediate between the two poets in a mature manner, Suleiman found it more entertaining to watch them fight. Both poets were encouraged by the giggling Suleiman to insult each other in verse. Perhaps both poets and their respective patrons were only following an age-old tradition of displaying personal rivalries on the streets in Lucknow. People were already used to this kind of polarized public entertainment and thoroughly enjoyed different kinds of contests, fights, ladai like kite flying, cock fights, quail fights, and regular mock performances of abusive quarrels between working class women. However, when Insha died, Mushafi's generosity of nature made him write and wonder if he had anything left in his life to enjoy after the death of his friend Insha. A close friend of Insha was the poet Saadat Yar Khan Rangeen. The two had exchanged turbans and were closer to each other than brothers. Wrote Insha that some wonderful pleasures, Rangeenia, were at play whenever the two poets met. Insha और रंगीन की रंगीनियाँ से आपको वाकिफ़ कराते हैं हम अगले एपिसोड में. तब तक इंतज़ार कीजिए और खुदा हाफिज़.